I'm so broke I can't afford to pay attention. Boom. Okay, today we're going to work through some word problems, and we're going to work through them by using the bar method to visualize them and help us work through them. Okay, so let's say we'll go with Susie. Susie has 125 oranges. Okay, oops, my finger's getting in the way. 125 oranges. So we make a bar about like that. Oops. Oops. Boop, boop, boop. Whatever. And we put 125. This whole bar is equal to 125 oranges, the whole bar. And let's say she sells 25 oranges. Okay, this will represent the 25 oranges she sells. That shaded in part is representing 25 oranges. Oranges. Okay? And we're asked how many oranges does she have left to sell? Okay, well, we just look at the shaded part. The shaded part is representing the 25 oranges that she sold. So that means this whole part, the not shaded part, the part that doesn't have the black, is equal to the amount of oranges she has left, which is equal to 120 oranges, which is all of this, minus this part. So this whole non-shaded in part is equal to the whole thing minus the shaded in part, which is equal to, can't do that, so you have to take one from right here. Boom, and this becomes a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. We can't subtract 2 from 1, so we take one from right there. This becomes 11. 11 minus 2 is 9. It becomes 95. This part, which means that this part right here, the non-shaded in part, is equal to 95 oranges. Okay, now let's do another one. Let's say Jack has 245 Kodiak bears. So he has 245 Kodiak bears. This bar is going to equal, this whole bar is going to be equal to 245 Kodiak bears. I'll just write bears for short. Bears, okay? And let's say that 64 of them ran away. 64. So we'll shade in this part to represent the 64 that ran away. This part's going to be representing the 64 Kodiak bears that ran away. Okay. 64. Whoa, no, 64 bears. We're just shortening it. Bears. Okay. So that represents the 64 bears that ran away. So then that means, and then if we ask, okay, how many bears are left? That means that this part right here, this part that's not shaded in, is going to be equal to the amount of bears that we have left, which is going to be equal to the whole thing minus this part. So it's going to be equal to 245 minus the 64. So this portion right here, the not shaded in portion, is equal to 245 minus 64. Okay, now we do the subtraction. 245, 64. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. 4 minus 6, we can't do that, so we have to take 1 from right here. That becomes 14. 14 minus 6 equals 8. And I just dropped the 1, so 181. Okay, so that means that this part, the not shaded in part, is equal to 181 bears. And this is how we use this. And yeah, this is how we use this to represent word problems. very easy. Let me show you how to do it with addition. Let's say Tim has 600 pulls. 600 pulls. Ooh. And then somebody comes up and they say, you know what? You don't have enough pulls. I'm going to give you 120 more pulls. So we add a little bit more to the bar. This will represent the 120 pulls given. So the shaded in part will represent 120 pulls. Okay? So if we wanted to know the total number of pulls, if we're asked, okay, how many pulls does he have now? Well, we would say, oh, well, it's just this whole part, because this is the 600, plus the shaded in part, which is just 600 plus 120. 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 0 is 2. 6 plus 1 is 7. And that's it. That means this whole new thing, this plus this part, the non-shaded in part plus the shaded in part, is equal to 720. So try it at home and stay in school.